Welcome to the West Texas View. I'm Johnny Lou Avery, and today we have to talk about Lisa Grissom, who is here to tell us more about the Blues Fest. You've heard a little bit in 2 or so shows over the last 2 months, but we wanted her to come because just next week we really start this program off in great fashion, and this is our 2nd annual.
It is.
And so this is going to be a great year because now we've got all the bugs worked out and we're really flying.
I don't know about that. We're still working
year.
out bugs. I think we will be for several years, but we're definitely growing for sure.
Lisa is the producer of the Tall City Blues Fest, and she's also the director of Promising Projects, which is a company that handles a lot of kinds of events and projects. But we're focusing on Blues Fest today, and so go back and give us all the news. It starts on July the 26th and goes through the 29th, and we're going to have people from all over come into town for that.
Right. Well, so it's a 4-day event is the basic architecture, Thursday through Sunday, July 26th through the 29th. And we start off with 2 free admission days, or I'm sorry, we don't start off with 2 free admission days. We have 2 free admission days bookended in between the 2 paid admission days, or maybe an easier way to say that is we have 2 paid admission days sandwiched in between the 2 free admission days. So we start off on Thursday with a free community street dance, and we're going to have a Zydeco band in from Southeast Louisiana. We'll be selling shrimp and crawfish, and
which last year was a huge hit.
It was. You know, I kind of think you can't really have a blues festival and not do shrimp and crawfish. As hard as it is for us to get that here at this time of year, with it being at the end of crawfish season, and as many hoops as we have to jump through to make it happen, I think it's probably worth it. So instead of doing that at the festival, we're going to do that at our kickoff on Thursday, where we have this free community street dance. And Zydeco music is so danceable, and it's so fun and festive. And the signature instruments for Zydeco are a washboard and an accordion. So really, really different music from what we're used to hearing out here in this area, but fun. I mean, capital F-U-N. And then on Friday was when we start our paid admission days of the festival. So the gates open at 4 on Friday, and we'll go till about midnight. And then the gates open in Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And again, we'll go till about midnight. So it's a full day on Saturday and a partial day on Friday. And we'll have more than 23 different performers this year. By the time it's all said and done with, we'll have 37 performances, and it's indoor-outdoor. So we've got live music going on a stage inside at the same time that we've got that going on outside, and then, of course, we have 3 stages outside. So we completely transformed downtown Midland, which is the venue for this. And then the capstone on all of that is on Sunday. We're doing a gospel brunch and blues jam. And so everything is inside the Midland Center on Sunday. There's not anything going on outside. It's free admission. It's an opportunity for musicians to come out and, feature some of their music, to jam with some of the festival performers, to have some brunch on us, which is going to be handled by the Chefs Association here locally in West Texas. So we will end things on a high note for sure on Sunday and kind of pay homage to the blues with the gospel brunch and blues jam.
And you don't usually associate blues with gospel, do you?
Well, no, not usually, but certainly blues music is about not only overcoming the hardships and the challenges, but it's also about celebrating the victories and the triumphs too. And so we want to make sure that we marry both of those things together. So to do a gospel brunch and blues jam, it seemed appropriate. It is a capstone event. And so many of the folks that play blues, they grew up singing gospel, and so for them that's a real treat. All these performers,
it comes natural.
Absolutely. I mean, even Elvis grew up. I mean, gospel was his old favorite. I mean, that's what he always fell back to. And so for blues music, it's so heartfelt and deep that it makes sense to do that.
Well, let's go back to the opening.
Okay.
You said that's a free day.
Because that's a lot of stuff, right?
That is a lot of stuff. And you just gave kind of a broad overview, but let's get a little bit deeper in that. On Friday, they come and it's free, but...
No, on Thursday it's free.
I mean Thursday.
Yeah.
But the food they buy.
Right. The shrimp and crawfish isn't free. The admission is free, but we'll be
Right.
selling shrimp and crawfish, and then we'll be selling, alcoholic beverages and water, soda, and all that kind of stuff too. I mean, you kind of can't really have a Zydeco street dance and not be able to have a beer. So.
And certainly you can't have crawfish and all that.
Exactly. I mean, they just kind of go hand in hand.
But
So it'll be fun, festive.
So they tell us everything they do Thursday night besides eat.
Well, it's basically just it's our version of a community kickoff where we get people to come out. There's no admission. Come check it out. If you like it, great. Maybe you decide you want to go to Blues Festival. If you don't like it, come out and have some fun on us, and go back home and.
But you've got these musicians coming in. So
Right.
who's going to be here Friday night?
Oh, okay. I misunderstood a question. Sorry. Well, let's see. Let's start with the headliners and work backwards. So on Friday night, our headliner is back by popular demand. James Boogaloo Bolden Blues Band.
Yes, that's the one.
So he headlined the festival last year, and James Bolden, so we call him Boogaloo, right? That's what everybody in the music business calls him. He is B.B. King's band leader, and he has been for about 33 years. So essentially, what we end up getting is B.B. King's band without him in front of it. I mean, so it's phenomenal. And then James himself, or Boogaloo, he is a world-class trumpet player. So it was just, last year it was skin-tingling amazing. So because though we want to always grow the festival in in an upward direction, and eventually we want to be bringing in the big boys. We want to be bringing in the the Buddy Guys or Clapton and Santana. When the festival is
Big,
grown up, right?
Nationally recognized.
So what we did is we put James as the headliner for Friday night. And then on Saturday night, we have got multi-time Blues Music Awards winner Tommy Castro coming in to headline Saturday, and he's a looker too, so the girls are really gonna like him. Yeah.
Well, now, when you say this Boogaloo is coming with the King Band, then do they play for X hours, or do they play off and on all day? Or?
No, usually our headliners, it's a little bit different for this festival, but typically our headliners will play last, and they'll do a 90-minute set. So Boogaloo will do a 90-minute set on Friday night, and that'll be the last act. On Saturday, we do have a finale act. So we have one more act that closes the festival after the headliner, but Tommy will still do a 90-minute set on Saturday.
Okay, and then, but there'll be other people performing during the day.
Oh, it's all day. I mean,
All
we
day.
have two main stages opposite ends of the park, and so the music just goes back and forth.
But he's just the headliner.
Right. So the headliners always kind of finish things off, on a high note.
We're going to have to take a break right now, but stay tuned because we've got lots more to tell you about the Blues Fest. And remember, it's just in a few days. It's the 26th through the 29th, from Thursday through Sunday, and you don't want to miss an hour of this program. See you in just a second.